kind of like when I called him, I was the first person to ever call and say, I think I found your mom.
Well, no. She's got that condition. Is it like Alzheimer's?
I don't know. Dan, what is it when you have no idea where the hell you are? Yeah, leave out the Chloe jokes. All right, who's been jacking with my board again?
I jacked him a little bit.
All right, Dan, say something. That's what's wrong with it. I know what's wrong. I don't know who's been in here dicking with it.
That's engineering, yeah.
Was it you?
Yeah, that's just traffic. Does that mess our...
You don't have to do anything up here. Nobody needs to touch that. Did you touch it?
Oh, I didn't do that one.
Did you touch it?
No.
Did you?
Not that one.
Dan, get the file chicks on the phone.
Just the 360. Just that one. No.
Did you touch... Look at here. Did you touch that one?
No, not at all. Hey, Rob, you want something?
You don't do anything over here. Nobody needs to touch this. Who touched it? Do I need to get the files? Sisters up here?
Make I'll lick them.
What's the matter?
Let's check and see which one.
This one.
We can get the DeFile sisters up here.
Well, who did it?
Because that was you from Friday. When we had the keyboard.
Oh, and it came through there?
Yeah.
What time can they be up here?
Let me see. 4:30.
Yeah, get to the file sisters up here. Before they get up here, tell them that.
Oh. Chisel.
Yeah, get that out of your snatch where you go in there. Oh. Just imagine what that would look like on them with after a DNC.
Stop. God.
Chewed up beer cans.
Ew.
Fetuses. Did you look at the picture of Chloe?
Yeah.
Licking the chick's head?
Yeah.
The teeth don't look real. They look like those Bubba teeth that you get for Halloween.
The Billy Bob teeth, whatever.
Yeah. Let me look at it again. Have you seen these yet, Chloe?
Yeah. I think I got a wart on my tongue.
After he was licking their foreheads, it looked like Chloe had worms on his tongue because he was out running across the wall outside. That's probably the best picture you could get.
Yeah. It's almost like we made those teeth up. Photoshop.
Yeah. Does that make you ill to look at that?
Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay. Did he get pictures of you licking both of them or just that one?
I think just that one. No? No, you got some other pictures.
No, that's okay. I think that's the good one.
That's plenty.
Yes, Jody.
Hey, Russell.
Yes, sir.
I was going to say check the delay, but I'm assuming it's on because I can hear my radio in the background, and it's like a 15, 20-second delay today.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
How could it change?
It's usually
It's
right
set.
at 8, 9 seconds, but it's like at least 15,
Yeah.
maybe a little longer.
It's the only thing I can think is it's got to be running through the delay in the other studio, and that would make it about 16 seconds.
That's about what it is.
All right, thanks, Jody. And I don't know why it doesn't make any difference to me. I just don't know why it's doing that. Is the penguin in his office? Do we ever figure out why I was calling him a penguin?
No.
It started out with him smacking himself with a fin or something like that.
All right. Is he in his office?
I believe he is. His door's closed, but I think he's in there with the midday show.
Oh.
All right, wish me luck. Let's hope for time for 4,000.
What are they doing? Civil in there?
Yeah.
I can't hear anything. I'll wait till they're gone. So he didn't act like maybe somebody calls once a week to tell him that, hey, I found your mom on the freeway.
It might happen that often. I don't understand why she's out running around.
I think at a certain point, regardless of how badly they need their car, they don't need it.
Yeah, I totally agree. You don't know what city you're in or even close.
No. She came up. I took the Spittleville car out because the battery was dead. I figured, well, I need to run it for a while. So I went to the gas station, drove down the freeway, went to the gas station. I'm pumping gas, and this lady comes up. She's got to be at least 80, maybe 85. And I'm at the gas station at 114 in O'Connor in Irving. She walked up, and she stood there. She said, how do I get to Irving? You're in Irving. She said, no, this is Las Colinas. No, it's Irving. So it's a division, but it's in Irving. Well, I live off MacArthur. No. We get on O'Connor here. You go up the freeway. What is that noise? What?
Something outside.
Oh, that's all right. It's not that good of a story. You get on the freeway, you hang a left. It's the next exit up. Boom, you're ready to go. What is that noise, Chloe?
I think it's Gavin in his office. Is his mic still open?
No.
Oh.
Somebody's rapping something.
Who?
Stopped it.
Who is it?
I have no idea.
Oh.
It's rapping something.
So give her directions.
Yeah, and she looked, and it's like I left some words out. She pointed at the freeway. She goes, there? Yeah. Get on O'Connor, go that way, that big concrete thing, go up under it, and go left, and the next exit's going to be MacArthur. You're ready to go. She turned around, and she stared at it. She said, right there. You get on that street, and you go left, and that thing, you go under it, and then you go left. And the next thing is MacArthur. She said, all right. She turned around. She goes back towards her car. And finally, I walked it, because she's just walking in a circle. And I walked over. I said, oh, we lost. She said,
we lost.
She said, yeah. She told me the street she lived on. I said, is that in Irving? She said, yeah. I said, well, what part? I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
So there's anybody we can call? My son's out of town. Does he have a phone? Yeah.
We have the number.
So she digs up the cell phone number. It looks like he had a card specifically for her. His name on the front, her name on the back, her full name, her address. I called him, told him I found his mom. He says, yeah, if she gets off the beaten path, she gets lost. Do you mind running her home? Yeah.
Just what I wanted to do.
Well, it wasn't that far. She lived off of 183 at O'Connor. Okay. So it was just the other end of O'Connor. If she was going to get gas, there was no reason to come as far as she was. So obviously she missed something, the Albertsons down there or whatever, and she was out of it. Okay. Took her home. She pulls in her driveway. I walked up and went, are you okay? She's still walking in circles. It looks like a dog looking for their spot to pee.
In her own home.
Yeah. She said, yeah, I'm all right. I said, okay. Turned around and walked off. Not another word out of her. Called her son. I said, your mom made it home all right. All right, thank you very much. Click.
A jerk off. Well, again, if it happens you take the keys. There's a point where they don't need mobility.
Well, if he takes away her mobility, then he's got to take care of her.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
At this point, he's basically betting on the fact she'll get in the car, get on the freeway,
find somebody,
and she'll probably end up killing herself in her car.
Right. It's not his responsibility. All she's got to do is be able to make it down to the Albertsons, because from where she was, that's maybe 1.5 miles. Make it there. There's a gas station. There's everything that she needs right there in that shopping center right there at 114 or 183 at O'Connor. Right. No reason for her to go anyplace else. It's not like she's going to hop on 183 and head out towards the honky tonks, especially since Debonair Dance Lane closed. There's no place for her
a few years back.
There's no place for her to go hang out.
Panther Hall's out.
But to answer
what
your
about
question,
Dewey Groom's place?
Yeah, that was about 30 years ago.
What, Dan?
I was just going to say, but to answer your question, yeah, that definitely sounds like Alzheimer's. When you initially started telling the story, I thought you were saying she was walking around and got herself lost. Had that been the case, I would have said, that sounds more severe. That would be approaching dementia.
Dementia.
Well, I looked at her and I thought, I got other stuff I got to do. But then I could see her picture in the paper the next morning,
Lost.
missing, and that was going to be my fault. Technically, it's her son's for letting her drive around.
So he was out of town?
That's what he said.
Okay.
Whatever does it make, as long as you got somebody stupid enough to run your mom around.
This probably happens about once a week.
Obviously, that's why he had the card made. I mean, it sounds like this has obviously happened
When you
a
get
number
lost.
of times.
Yeah.
It's basically the dog collar around your dog.
Just like, it's like opposite ends of the spectrum. You got to do it with a kid that can't talk, and you got to do it with... That's the scary thing, is that's like letting a 5-year-old drive a car. Because her motor skills were absolutely crap. I'd feel better about a 5-year-old driving, because I was watching her behind me.
All over?
Nah, she was okay. But I drove slow just so she could catch up, and I knew if there was a light, she was going to go flying through it, and that'd have been the end of that story.
Well, you were also in something that looked like a police car, so that helped her to follow you.
Yeah, and maybe that's why she didn't say anything. Maybe she thought I was a cop running around in cutoffs and a T-shirt.
Could be. He's undercover, except for the car.
Yeah. They're not very good out here. If you're going to go undercover, perhaps you should look for a car in a neutral color. Tan, maybe. A sedan, a 4-door. Not a black and white.
No. Lights. Mm-mm.
People spot that. I spotted it, and I have dementia. You almost want to call the guy and go, what kind of jackass lets his mom go running around?
Yeah.
And you don't...
How often does this happen? And, what's your deal?
Right. Because as soon as I called and I said, I found your mom wandering around in a parking lot, most people would freak out and say, what's going on? Who are you? Is it safe to... I don't know how you ask these questions. Is it safe to let you take my mom home? Or let me find a family member to come get her. He just asked me to run her to the house.
Can you point her?
You can get her on the road and just kind of boosh.
Thump her.
Yeah. Thump her in that direction.
That's sad.
And it's bad enough that she's driving, but from what you're telling us, it sounds like she shouldn't even be living by herself in a house. She needs to be somewhere where someone can keep an eye on her 24 hours a day.
Yeah, probably not.
Because once that starts, it's all downhill. And it just progressively gets worse and worse.
And that's why they have those medic alert things that you wear around your neck. Something happens to that house. If her son's always out of town,
They won't know.
the little black angels are going to be long gone by the time they ever find her. And there ain't going to be much to eat.
No. That's sad.
You going to be quiet all day?
I'm not quiet right now.
My bad.
You're forgiven.
Are you not sleeping still?
No, I slept. Actually, last night I slept pretty good.
Are you still going to do the sleep stuff?
Tonight.
Because you get cocky. You go, I got 7 or 8 hours.
No.
I'm over it.
I'm
past
still-
it. I've kicked it. I got the sleep monkey off my back. And?
Tonight, as soon as we're done here, I head up to Denton to the sleep study. So, be in bed about 10, and they wake you up about 2, and they give you the...
I think it'll be 10 o'clock.
Well, just to get going early. The earlier the better. The more sleep you potentially get.
Oh.
Probably take an Ambien to...
I thought they said you couldn't do that.
No, you can.
Okay.
Get sleep, do about 4 hours of intense monitoring. They wake you up about 2:30. They tell you yes or no, you got blockage. Or
So
you
they can
don't.
do that in 4 hours.
Yes. And then they wake you up about 2:30, and they say, okay, we think that this is definitely a problem. Then they put a CPAP machine on you right then, and they adjust
Oh, and you get to work with it the rest of the night?
the rest of the night. They adjust it, and then when you leave in the morning, you take it with you.
Why didn't you do this Saturday so you'd be all well rested from the weekend?
I am well rested.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
It's a crapshoot. You didn't know if you were going to get sleep Saturday or Sunday or not. But you know what?
All weekend.
It ain't my job to lose.
Off to drink.
So you don't even have to mess with this other crap that you were doing.
I sent it back this morning anyway. Just cross-reference. But no, you're right.
Did you go ahead and do all 3 nights of testing? With
I went and did it anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
I went to the trouble. Why not?
Well, so now you got both of them.
Yeah.
So after 4 hours with his place tonight, you get the CPAP, you're good to go.
They adjust it throughout the night, and 5:30, 6 o'clock, whenever you want to get up, you're gone. And you take the machine with you if that's a problem. If that is the problem.
I'm sure they're going to let you keep it.
Yeah, they do.
No, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's not going to be an if. That's going to go home with you. Then your life will probably dramatically change.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you, Russell. You saved my life again. I don't know what to do to repay you. Put it away. I'd rather die.
What?
I think I'd rather die.
Yeah. Because Amy ain't touching it.
Why is Amy not touching it now?
I made her get in the trash can.
Dryer full?
Yeah, somebody was there.
Why'd she get in the trash can? Are you just finding different spots she can hide?
I'm walking through the house last night. I wanted to read the paper.
Yeah.
I went, where's the Sunday paper? I threw it away.
All right.
It's Sunday.
Oh, you hadn't read it yet?
No.
Okay.
She's like you read all the paper. Well, like you pay for it. Where is it? It's in the trash can. Get your goggles.
Make her get the trash.
Yeah.
So she mad? Mm-hmm. You guys were mad Friday.
And that was momentarily after the guy dropped a bowl of butter on her head. She was mad because I didn't fawn all over her. She's sitting there, well, it hurt. The plate didn't drop 2 inches. How bad could it hurt? She said, well, something was metal and it bounced and it made a noise. I didn't hear it. And I'm sitting right next to you.
Well, Joy kind of jumped up. I didn't see it happen, George.
It must have been worse than I thought because Joy looked at her weird, and afterwards she's rubbing her head, and I looked over and went, you either snap out of this, or I'm going to take you home. It hurt. Snap out of it, or we're going to go home. But Rob reaches over, or has Wendy grab me.
I missed this.
And said, something about leave her alone or whatever. That's when I looked over and went, well, none of this.
I missed that altogether. I used to catch more when I was drinking. How did I miss all that? I was probably talking to the neighbor.
I wasn't making that big of a deal about it. I just wanted her to snap out of this. It's not like he dropped another table on your head. It was a plate of butter.
Yeah.
I'm sure the plate hurt when it fell. I'm sure the butter in your hair was irritating.
Absolutely.
But snap out of it. It's just butter.
They want you to make a big deal out of it.
So that was the end of that.
Okay. Now she's mad about the dumpster diving.
I'm not the one who threw the paper away. It's Sunday. I said, look at the paper, look at the day. Don't throw it away until it's old. It's still Sunday. Logically, it ain't old. Get your goggles. Flippers if you need them.
So you read the paper after that?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe you could go get it and then go, I don't want that piece of crap. It's dirty.
I like the Star Telegram.
Back in.
It's the morning news. Can't read it paper.
What's wrong with you?
Give me the Star Telegram. Hurry. I gotta read Phil Potts' column. Do we need a break? Heavy day?
Yes.
What's the matter with you? Are you hungover?
I'm bad. Everything.
He had a
Hungover.
panic attack this morning. Real bad.
Hold on, what is it in?
Did you get his cloetry from yesterday?
I got something, it went to Trey, and then Trey sent it to me, and I thought it was coming from Trey, and I couldn't tell what the hell was going on.
Yeah, that was from Club.
All right. Hang on.
That was at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Let me back up to where I want to start. When'd you start drinking?
Saturday.
I stopped there. Saturday when?
Saturday night. Actually, I DJ'd a wedding, and then I got to another place called Barflies, and that's where it all kind of started. So
All right.
then it just
Hold on. Does my mic sound different?
No,
A little muffled?
not to me.
Dan?
Yeah, a little bit.
I should probably just leave it alone. Mm-hmm. Sound bad?
No, it doesn't sound bad.
Oh,
I really didn't notice it until you mentioned something.
All right. Okay, so you go to Barflies, and what's going on?
just start drinking Jaeger and Jaeger and Jaeger and Jaeger, and then ended up staying there.
Don't you normally get sick on that?
No, not typically.
Okay. All right.
And then it was like a Saturday night, Sunday all day. Took a few naps here and there, and then came home.
Naps, blackout.
They call us.
Yeah. It's all semantics at this point. What?
Then had a buddy of mine bring me home, and then I fell asleep for about an hour, and then I got up and I couldn't go back to sleep. Then I started having this like panic attack thing, and I haven't.
What day is this now?
This is this morning.
2:30. It's been up since 2:30.
2:30. Yeah.
All right.
This morning.
Well, hang on. What happened to Sunday? Is that the one with the blackouts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Sunday you're in and out of consciousness all day. You wake up in the middle of the night this morning. Okay. What was the panic attack?
I have no idea. I just started like I was lightheaded. I was started getting numb, and it was just it felt like I was going to have a heart attack or something.
Did you get all sweaty? Palmy?
Didn't get sweaty. I felt like I had to puke, but didn't. And then because this has happened to me before a couple times. You know,
After a big weekend?
After a big weekend, mostly I've come back from Cancun, which was kind of weird.
Okay.
So I had to call Dr. Venegas, and he got me the stuff I needed to kind of calm me down. So
What did he give you?
I don't even know how to.
Lorazepam.
Lorazepam, yeah.
Thanks, Doc.
I know what it is.
How'd you know what he got?
Because I used to take it for alcohol withdrawal also.
Oh. He's not having alcohol withdrawal. He ain't nowhere near stopping.
Well,
And at that point, there was no way the alcohol was out of his system.
No, it's when you start coming down now.
Yeah, and it got really, really, really bad. I had to go outside and try to walk it off, and I couldn't walk it off, and then I started getting dizzy, and it was weird, very, very weird. Now, I'm on a lower level, still have the shakes, but I'm just tired. I'm okay, though. Everything's fine now.
Do you need something to drink?
No.
Well, I didn't know.
Dr. Venegas, he said no, don't drink any alcohol for at least 4 days.
They don't teach realism in medical school, do they?
No. No. No.
They have a chapter. They just didn't open that book.
What did you say when he said no alcohol for 4 days?
I was like, cool. I was like, if that can keep me from feeling like this, I have no problem not drinking.
So you're going to be able to go through Thanksgiving and not drink?
Maybe. No, I will, because I don't want to feel like this again. You know what I mean? So, and I have drank less than this has happened, and I've drank more and this has happened. It's just random, and it's always on Sundays. Like, for instance, if I go out on the same drinking binge on a Wednesday, no, it won't happen on Thursday. It's always on Sundays.
Maybe subconsciously, whatever part of your brain that's still awake tells you, I can't go too far because it's a weeknight. On a Saturday, you got no reason to stop.
Yeah.
Because you know you got the Sunday buffer before Monday.
So, I don't know. I'm just looking forward to get back to normal. I know tonight I'll sleep like a baby and everything will be fine. Tuesday morning.
Drink.
No. That's just the furthest thing now. It's like a really bad hangover.
I can have you drinking by 6:30.
I just can't. No, I'm not taking that bad.
Dan?
I don't think it's going to be that long.
Yeah, you can do that.
Hello?
I don't think so.
You almost had me relapsing after a year and 4 months.
Well, nobody told you to stick the crown up to your mouth.
It was so good.
We got any left in here?
Don't.
I
Why
think I
would
see
you
some.
do that?
What, Dan?
I think I see some up there.
Do you want me to fall? You want me to relax?
How'd your alcoholic parents go on Saturday?
Oh, fine. Everything's fine.
This doesn't have the magic. Does Crown not make anything with a cork?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so either.
Actually, most whiskeys don't. Jack Daniels, with the Gentleman Jack and the single barrel, that's not normal.
So you didn't have any problems standing around in there?
No, of course not. I mean, pass liquor stores all the time. It's no big deal.
But you don't go stand in them.
Yeah, it's no big
It's like being on a diet, standing at the Ryan's or whatever.
Yeah. I'm still, you're sitting next to the Playboy Playmate, and she's pouring some rum drink for everybody.
Well, what was she
tastes.
doing there? What was the reason? Just the fact it's Playmates sign autographs?
Correct.
She any good?
Yeah, she's.
I mean, obviously she's got to be hot, but some of them are a little iffy now.
No, she was pretty hot.
Joy go with you?
Uh-huh.
Of course.
Well, sure.
What do you mean, sure?
Just a weekend. We just hang out.
It's an appearance. You're not really supposed to take chicks, but you never listen to
Well,
that.
she sat in the truck most of the time.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
She left you inside with the Playmate.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, she did. I went too.
He was there.
Yeah.
Gavin was there. Jeff was there.
Jeff.
Burkett, our promotions director. He was lost. Just stopped for directions.
Do you know where Irving is?
What a coincidence. You're here, too?
I'm a promotions director. I have dementia. for a promotion.
I can find these damn free FM signs everywhere.
So no other problems? You enjoy her okay?
Everything's fine.
Okay. I forget, did you blow off your counselor altogether?
Actually, I've got a new counselor starting December 2nd.
Where'd this one come from?
This is a new one that Venegas has recommended.
Did Venegas recommend the last one?
Yes. This person is different.
Why?
I don't want to talk about it on the air.
Oh. Why are they different? You don't have to tell me who it is, just why are they different?
This person deals with people that are recovering from
Addictions?
Addictions.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is a big part of my problem.
Why?
It just is.
You gave it up.
If you don't just give it up, you really have to work some. It continues to be an issue. It continues to be an issue. I mean, it always will, probably for my whole life.
Oh.
Quit with the bottle of Crown.
Do you want me to hide all the stuff in here?
I don't mind seeing it. I was in the liquor store. I passed the Centennial on the way home.
I know, but you can't walk up to something in the aisle and open it. In here, you can open it because the seal has been cracked.
I know. It smells very good. But it's like anything else. You just have to learn that that's not something that's good for you. And it will kill you.
Okay. Well, my point is, the worst thing that you could have going on is the alcohol. You gave that up.
It continues to be a struggle. So that's probably why the new guy is much better, because he deals with people coming out of addictions also, as well as relationships.
Oh, okay.
And how they relate, which they do.
Do they think Joy should stop drinking just because she's around you?
Mm-hmm.
She gonna do it?
Mm-hmm. Sure he has.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hanging out with you guys.
You know, this Friday night, we're both drinking iced tea.
I ain't paying attention. I got Butterhead next to me. What is it, Dan?
Is she quitting drinking entirely or just in your presence?
Entirely.
That's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Is she doing that for you, her, or both you guys?
Both. She's doing it for
Because she shouldn't do it. Anytime you say, I'm doing that for you, that's the wrong reason.
No,
I hate to sound like a psychologist.
She's doing it
because I don't get paid.
I know. Just for the relationship. She knows that's where we need to be, and she's willing to do that.
All right. That'll probably eliminate a lot of the rest of the problems.
Probably. Again, the counselor is really going to. I'm really kind of looking forward to this person. Less clinical, a little more hands-on, realistic. It's like,
And you're not concerned about Venegas picking somebody else after he picked the last weasel?
No, not at all.
Okay. Break. Sure you don't want to tug?
Absolutely not. I'm totally fine.
Steadies your nerves. Trust me, from somebody who knows. I'm kidding.
No, Venegas and not to drink when I'm on this stuff.
Oh, I used to drink on that marzipan all the time.
Would you like for me to get one of the Defile sisters up here? You lick the hair of the dog? Sorry. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Like nothing you've ever heard before. This is the Russ Martin Show, featuring J.D. Ryan, Rob Riddlemoser, Dan O'Malley, Chloe Rayborn, Trey Trenholm, and Gail Lightfoot. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show. Now, Russ, who is impervious to all that surrounds him. Now, 514-787-1053.
So they didn't say what Glenn Mitchell died from?
No, didn't give results yet.
Said it was weird.
What?
The news I saw said it was a massive heart attack.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't see that part. It just said he died in his sleep.
KERA's Glenn Mitchell died early Sunday morning at the age of 55 at his home. Mitchell hosted the popular KERA 90.1's The Glenn Mitchell Show for the past 10 years, won 19 Katie Awards from the Dallas Press Club. VP and station manager said Glenn was a daily companion for so much of our community.
The what station manager?
The VP and station manager of KERA 90.1.
All right.
Glenn was a daily companion for so many in our community. He had a curious mind, a rare talent, and was deeply committed to his work. We will miss him. And as of this printing, which was at 7 o'clock this morning, there was no cause of death.
So he wasn't, as far as they knew, he wasn't sick, he wasn't drinking, he wasn't on anything.
History of heart related, so he's probably...
Maybe sleeping ain't such a good idea for you, John. Didn't your dad have heart problems?
Yeah, he had a stroke.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of the morning I had to call my brother and told him that my dad had a stroke. And he goes, well, what was he doing when he had a stroke? And eating breakfast. My brother goes, well, breakfast is out. That ain't more. Smart ass.
How old's your brother?
He's 10 years older, so he's 59.
Have I met him?
Nope.
Where's he live?
Austin.
Oh, that's right, because you told me that he had problems listening to the show when we were on in Austin. Or he didn't get it, didn't like it.
He just didn't get it. He's a kind of an electronic geek. Yeah.
The anal?
Not really. No. Lives in Austin. He's kind of a hippie, to be honest. He just doesn't get electronic media too much. He's really smart. I mean, he built our family a color TV before they were on the market. I mean, he's brilliant. He works for Dell, but he's just social.
What did he build a color TV out of?
Stuff? I don't know.
Was anybody broadcasting in color yet?
Yeah, actually, one of the locals, I think it was NBC, it just started. It was like
that's probably 65, 66.
An FM radio. We had one of the first in the neighborhood and all this stuff. He
built these out of what?
He was just brilliant. Electronic mind.
Well, you don't just sit around the house and start cramming crap together and say, look,
they were on the market.
I built a chinchilla.
They were on the market, and he figured out how to do it. I don't know. He had one of the first VCRs ever. Of course, it was the size of an American Tourister.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the ones that went shunk.
Yeah, those sucked. If you were trying to look at porn and you didn't want your parents to hear you, those sucked. Because you'd stop it, boom, rewind, boom. Yeah. Stop. Boom.
That's out.
What?
Are you
Off again? Why? You couldn't do anything with that. Did you have one of those clovers? That way beyond you.
Is it beta? Top load ones?
No, that was just regular VHS. Have you ever seen one?
I think I've seen them at the repair shops. They're just absolutely huge and heavy.
It's this wide, about like that. Mm-hmm. Loaded here on the top. You push a button, the thing would come up, the cassette would go in, you push it back down.
Okay, I remember those. Yeah.
And it had buttons the size of
piano keys.
Yeah, bigger than that.
Yeah.
And it's very limited to where you can get the stuff at. Because I remember I lived in Irving and had to go to a place right off MacArthur next to Crystal's to get the special tapes for that or something.
It was a regular VHS.
Yeah. You're talking.
Is close still thinking beta?
He's still thinking beta.
Oh.
Well, it was looking like. I'm just going to shut up.
They're VHS tapes.
Okay.
But betas look the same.
Okay. And no, that's not before because I had one of those.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I bought one in, it was 1980. Paid about $500 for it.
Jesus, yeah.
And it was just barely something you could carry by yourself.
Oh, it was huge. Yeah. We had beta first, and then we went to VHS. But
so your family started with beta.
Yes. My brother knew all this.
I understand he built it.
He's very smart.
Make my sister.
It's stereo. He had reel-to-reels back, when we were in the 60s,
Was Laserdiscs after that the kind that you'd have to put in?
That was in the 80s.
And it slipped back out? And it kept it or whatever?
I think Laserdisc came out probably the early to mid-80s, vanished. CDs got popular, and I think people put the two together. Hey, look, digital audio, clear. Maybe the digital picture stuff wasn't so bad. Then Laserdisc came back, and then DVDs after that. But yeah, I still got a Laserdisc player at home that was.
Yeah, you were one of the first people I ever knew that had one. I never went through that phase. I just couldn't afford it.
It was a double-sided.
Were they? I didn't know that.
Well, this one played both sides.
Oh, okay.
Most Laserdisc players would just play one side. Midway through the movie, you'd have to stop it, flip it over, and watch the other side.
So this is high tech.
Yeah, this one was high. Yeah. It had this. It was glitch. Then it played the last half of the movie.
That's pretty cool. It was really. I remember seeing.
Do you want it?
No. I have the DVD thing going on now.
Oh. I got a bunch of good movies.
I know you do. You had a bunch. You were the only person I ever knew that owned one.
Sure you don't want it?
Mm-mm. Why don't you keep it?
Okay. How was your weekend, Trey?
It was good. What?
I don't know. You look like you're holding something back.
No nervous breakdowns for you?
Huh? Watched football Saturday and Sunday.
Oh. I was out looking at TVs. I saw the Cowboys win. How'd the game go?
I didn't see
It was ugly, but they won.
Why was it ugly?
It was just sort of a sloppy game.
It was sloppy by the Lions. Neither team, they had 20 penalties, the Lions did.
Yeah.
Cowboys got 9 first downs off of Lions penalties alone. Basically, neither team could really establish much of a rhythm because the Lions kept acting like idiots.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys had more first downs from, at least maybe it was in the first half, they had more first downs from penalties than they did from their offense.
What was the score?
20-7.
Oh.
It was good, though. I mean, for what little rhythm the Cowboys did establish, they got their running game going pretty well with Barber and Jones. I think it was 157 yards combined rushing, so that's one of the big positives from yesterday.
How did, who's the guy that throws?
Bledsoe.
How Bledsoe do?
He was okay. It was, like I was saying earlier, really didn't get a good chance to establish much of a rhythm, but the running game was working, so it really didn't matter.
Yeah, they didn't let him. I watched the Dale Hansen recap. They didn't really let him throw much, they said.
Well, honestly, they really didn't have to.
Okay.
And then, like with quarterbacks, like I was saying, it's good for them to get into a bit of a rhythm, and it's hard to do that when the other team just keeps getting penalized and penalized and penalized. And when when your two running backs combined for 157 yards rushing, stick with what works.
Dale says if they're going to win Thursday, they're going to have to let him throw more.
If they're going to win Thursday, they're going to need a miracle.
Why?
Because Denver's good.
They don't need a miracle to win.
From Denver?
Yeah. They just need a balanced attack, like JD said, like Dale Hansen said. For once, he was correct.
Balance the what?
Balanced offensive attack, running and passing. And
Let the boy throw more.
Let him throw a little more. Open up the offensive playbook instead of playing it so close to the vest like Parcells has a tendency to do.
All right, what is Denver right now? What are the Cowboys?
7-3.
Denver anywhere around that, or is it better?
Better. I think Denver's 8-2.
Okay. Are they that much better?
I think they're a really good football team.
Okay.
They just
Did Greg Ellis play at all?
Yeah.
I never hear his name come up. I've never seen him. Our backyards butt up against each other. I haven't seen him in the 5 or 6 months I've been in that house.
He had a really good first half of the season, had a few sacks. I think he had at least 1 or 2 tackles yesterday. But Parcells does with his defensive line similar to what Jimmy Johnson did back in the early 90s with the Cowboys. Rotates a lot of players on the defensive line.
So Ellis is up on the front line on
Yes.
defense. Okay.
Yes.
What does he do?
Defensive end.
he tries to tackle people.
Oh, okay.
He puts his hand down in front of an offensive player that has his hand down, and then he goes after the quarterback or the running back.
Yeah. What was it I did?
You are a safety. You're the last line of defense.
Before what?
To keep the other team
Before
from
the National
scoring.
Guard?
You know what? If you were playing back there, then maybe, yeah.
Oh, all right. Did I catch balls?
If you made an interception, then yes, that would be you catching the ball. But it wasn't the intention for the other
Okay.
team to have you catch the ball.
All right. The only ones that would have been intentional would have been coming through the hole in the wall
Exactly.
from Raphael.
Never happened.
No.
Sucked him.
Plenty of those thrown your way.
Yeah. Somebody's drilled bigger holes in the wall. All right.
Also, the Cowboys are coming off. They're going to be tired. They had a Monday night, then a Sunday, and then a
Well, what was a Monday
Thursday.
night? Oh,
They played last Monday, then they played yesterday, and then they've got 4 days to get ready.
And
okay. Is that that big of a deal?
Yeah.
Well, didn't Denver play yesterday, too?
I don't think they did.
I'll check.
All right, so they may have had a rest.
Yeah, they may. I don't know if they played or not.
Okay. When I was out looking at TVs yesterday, I don't know if you guys have seen these or not. They're chairs that you hook up to your DVD player, and it somehow reads the encoded information on the DVD, and the chairs react like if it's a driving scene.
You're kidding.
And if the car's going left or right, the chairs do the same thing.
To a regular movie or to just games?
No, movies.
Wow. What does that cost?
$6,000 a chair.
Jesus.
How many did you buy?
5. I didn't get them. They had the demo movie that they had.
Yeah.
It's like a short 2.5-minute loop. And it was just shot. They strapped the camera on the front end of a car really close to the street line, the level of the street, and just went through a bunch of different streets, slick concrete, bricks.
So you feel the difference.
And you actually would feel when you go from one surface to the other. It's pretty freaky.
That is pretty neat. Well, it's similar technology like an airplane, you know.
Well, that's exactly what it was, because it was also, what are the flight simulators on?
6-axis.
Yeah, it was on one of those, and it would go back and forth.
Those are way expensive. Because even when you're taxiing a jet, like the simulator,
right.
Every time you hit a little concrete butt between the two concretes, you feel
right.
like
just a crack in the concrete.
Everything. You feel everything.
That's what you got with this.
That's cool.
But not for $6,000.
$6,000.
Peace.
I'll shake myself around.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I sat there for about a half minute. After about that long, you got it.
Yeah.
And then you get up and you still feel tingly. I don't want to sit through a whole movie with that. Okay. Yes, Chad.
Yeah. I was just going to say, Denver did play yesterday, and they beat the Jets. So.
Okay, so what does that make Denver now?
That makes them 9-2.
Okay. And the Cowboys are what?
7-3.
All right.
7-3.
All right, thanks, Chad.
So they played 11. We've only played 10.
Yeah, I guess they haven't had their bye week yet.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else before we do news?
No.
I know it's a different issue every time. Did you say Rob's mad about something else? I can't remember.
You're right. It is different every day, and I can't remember what he's spinning off about. There was something this morning. It'll come to me.
Well, you sent me an email about it.
Help me out.
Hold on. It's not about buying the Z06.
No. This wasn't the Z06.
Because I got an email from him about that this morning. GM's laying off people. You better get a car before they stop making them.
They got like several plants that are closing. Oh, I know. He wants you to... Oh, yes. I know what it is. He wants you to quit making fun of his commercials. Because he's afraid that when you keep making fun of him, then nobody else is going to... No other sponsors are going to want to...
Sponsors are going to dogpile to get on his ass. Look how much free airtime Coke Zero got.
I'm aware.
How many different minutes do we listen to that same spot over and over?
I know, but he feels you're making fun of it.
Well, we are.
I know. So he's afraid nobody else is going to want...
Everybody's going to get on it. It doesn't matter.
Begged me. He said, please, please, please. Make Russ
Is
stop.
he really?
I'm like, I'm going to make a Russ stop. What?
Is he really worried about losing endorsements, or
No,
is it bothering him?
A little bit.
Because if he's just worried about the endorsements, that's not going to affect it. If it's bothering him,
no, he put that. He did that look away face. I don't have the experience that you and Russ have doing commercials, and I just don't think it's nice that he makes fun of me because I'm doing my best. That kind of thing. And then he walks out of the room. I'm just doing my best.
perhaps someone should sit in a hot tub before they cut these spots. Not running around, like you said, with a syringe still bouncing in their neck.
Hey, what's up? It's Rob Riddleman from the Russ Martin Show, and it's that time again. Hey, what's up? It's Rob Riddleman from the Russ Martin Show, and it's that time again. Coke Zero. I've got to get my dose of Coke Zero.
Oh, Jesus. Just gives me the willies.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? It's Rob Riddlemoser from the Russ Martin Show, and it's that time again. Coke Zero. I've got to get my dose of Coke Zero.
Hey, did Gavin do that thing on Friday where they were shooting the pucks at him at the Stars game?
Yes.
Haven't talked to him since. Did you go, Chloe?
Yeah, I went.
I don't know if I'd be laughing if I were you. Those are two voicemails that
From Chloe?
Yeah, at about 5:20 yesterday evening.
All right. Let me set this here. So what happened Friday night?
He's all suited up and all of his stuff, and I think that he did pretty good.
How many people took shots at him?
3. And
did one of the actual Dallas Stars try it?
Yeah, at the very end, he just I think it was one of the or somebody who was really good slated it in, but the one that he got scored against was a chick that had heels on.
She came out in high heels on the ice.
On the ice, and she went right by him. Scored.
Gavin.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Working.
How'd Friday night go?
I was good. Good.
Some chick scored on you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did one of the Dallas Stars slap at you?
Yeah, it was a guy that works in the Stars organization that's a former, he's a minor league hockey player, was.
Who was it?
I don't know his name.
Okay.
But you can definitely feel it when it hits you.
Through the padding?
Yeah. I caught one in a place that the padding wasn't too much.
Hit you in the vagina?
No. But, I mean, the crowd wooed, so it was cool.
It still counts as a catch.
Yeah.
It was fun.
How long were you out there?
The whole promotion was like 3 or 4 minutes. So I stopped them all, and then the woman in high heels, she put one through me. So
I'm amazed they let somebody on the ice wearing high heels.
yeah, you have to sign releases. But it was a great event. They
Well,
made
she
me a
couldn't.
jersey.
Yeah, she couldn't go out there in her bare feet.
No, I just mean tennis shoes. I'm thinking you bring something else to stand on ice.
Yeah. Did they actually stand on the ice, or did they throw like a rug down for them to stand on?
No, they had to stand, and then they could move as close to me as they wanted. And I mean, I didn't want to like chase after him and dive or anything, so I let him take a shot, and she took a shot, and I guess I wasn't covering a part of the net, and it slipped in.
No.
Oh, I was just thinking we missed an opportunity. Have Luddy go out there.
Oh. Yeah.
Check him.
What? Check him? Yeah.
And now randomly out of the crowd, ladies and gentlemen, you know him as number.
And he doesn't even try to take a shot on Gavin. He just starts hitting him with the stick.
I got no time for pucks.
I'm not much of a goal scorer.
Yeah.
I'd rather just take your head off.
Yeah, I'm a showboat. So what was I forget, Gavin? What was the purpose for this again?
It was free FM night at the Stars.
Oh.
So,
And how do they pick people to come out and do? Is it called a slap shot?
yeah, listeners came down to the number 7 club before the game.
Why do they call it 7 Club? Is that a Jack Daniels
Yeah,
thing?
Jack Daniels Club.
All right.
And so they came to the club, and then they were picked, and then they were brought onto the ice, and so then they took their best shot.
Oh. Do you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm left-handed, so I had to wear the pads on the other side because they didn't have left-handed gear.
Oh.
But I made do.
So you stopped 2.
I stopped. Actually, there were 4 people on the ice, 4 listeners. I stopped 3 out of 4 of those, and then the guy 2 out of 3. One hit me, and then the other he missed the net. So I did all right.
Are you going to do this again?
If they want me to, I'd love to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that your first time on the ice at the where they play?
American Airlines Center.
The AA Center?
Yeah. Yeah, and they made me a great jersey that said Spittle on it. It was awesome.
A real one?
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty excited.
Did you meet any of the players?
No, the players went into the locker room because it was between periods.
Oh.
Don't. Don't go there.
All right. Thanks for the setup, though.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, no. perfect timing.
Yeah, I was going to save this for later.
Okay.
Is that the right song? Yeah. You're looking like your bladder's full. We could go together and talk, girl. Oh, yeah. All right. The Jeep. Sounds like there's an edit in there. Does it sound like it jumped?
No.
All right. Let me try again.
Okay.
You see the name of the song?
Now, let me look.
Headline, top one.
Oh, yes.
Let's see if I can do this.
That's with the dance.
Adds to the magic.
Okay.
You're looking like your bladder's full. We could go together and talk, girl. Oh, yeah. All right. The G-Man's kind of bloated, too. There's only one stall. Can I squat beside you? Oh, yeah. All right. I hope it don't sound too wrong. I think you will understand. I need to drain the cat, yeah. We could bump clams. Would you mind sharing the seat together? Take the lyrics.
Give it!
That's right.
Run, Trey. Something about sharing and giving.
Such a violent woman.
Yeah, maybe he's not between periods. Where'd he go?
I don't know. I went around into sales.
He's a fast little bitch, ain't he?
Yeah, he is.
Did you already get the thrust? Or you want
Yeah,
to
it
get
was. You got more.
I don't have that much more.
Oh, good.
Do you hear? Where is he?
He's in your office.
Is he? Oh, that's spooky. No, we can't see through there.
Oh. Take a
Oh,
look.
there you grab it. Let's go. Go. I don't like that plastic being up there. We can't see. People can sneak up on us.
Yeah, who put the plastic up?
Engineering did that.
How come?
They think that
Dust
is getting into the board.
No, the board stays dirty. They're supposed to clean it once a week.
It's a damn space shuttle dust.
All right. See if I get it right this time. You're looking like your bladder's full. We could go together and talk, girl. Oh, yeah. All right. The G-Man's kind of bloated, too. There's only one stall. Can I squat beside you? Oh, yeah. All right. I hope it don't sound too wrong. I think you will understand. I need to drain the cat, yeah. We could bump clams, and would you mind sharing the seat together? Oh, yeah.
Come on! No! What is it?
Oh, no, give it back to me.
Quit it! Come on!
Here, John.
You got it.
I'm not a chick!
I know that.
I'm going to have to start to memorize
I
this.
know.
Are you done?
I got it.
Yeah. Give it a try.
That way. Ow! Into the guitar. This is fun.
Yeah.
I like this game.
I wonder how Trey keeps shaking him.
I don't know. Trey's fast. Football days.
Oh, that's right. But I think he had to stop playing football because he busted a knee or something, didn't he? How long before we need a break? No. Here he comes, walking up the hall. How do you keep losing him?
Just went around.
Don't you have a bust? Don't you have a screw in your knee or something?
I got 2 screws in my knee.
And what was that from?
Football.
Yeah. The way you had to stop playing?
Didn't help.
Yeah. Would you have gone on to college football?
I could have, and
Didn't you get a scholarship?
I got offers. But, I mean, there were small schools, and at that point when I hurt my knee, and then I'd gone to visit Austin, loved it, and then I got invited to walk on at UT, and I saw what happens to walk-ons.
I forget what, you told me that before. What is that?
It's just basically your non-scholarship, but you can try to make the team.
That where everybody gets together and beats your ass?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're a tackling dummy.
Yeah, you're live bait. And that, I realized then I was way out of my league.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
And then when did the knee thing happen?
That happened my senior year in high school. In November of '91.
Oh.
I was going to ask you while we're on the subject of football and such. Is it Cundiff, the the kicker?
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yes.
What was his? Because he came back from an injury to kick an all-time record
56-yard field goal on
field goal yesterday. What was his injury? I mean, that's weird for a kicker to come back, get cut from the team, get re-signed, and the very next day break a record.
I don't know.
Nobody knows. Okay, I just thought maybe you'd know.
Give me my lyrics back. Sound checks suck around here.
Yeah, they're tough. Tough crowd.
Let's see how far I got. I only got one more verse yet left.
Can you get to that?
I can't even get to the first sentence. Feels a lot better sitting at the house.
Well, yeah, because you only got Abby to deal with.
Try it one more time.
Dance. What? You're interpreting dance here. You need a glow stick.
You're looking like your bladder's full. We could go together and talk, girl. Oh yeah, alright. The G-Man's kinda bloated too. There's only one stall, can I squat beside you?
Hey, you got it.
Oh yeah, alright. I hope it don't sound too wrong. I think you'll understand. I need to drain the cat, yeah. We could bump clams, would you mind? Sharing the seat together. Oh yeah, alright. Sharing the seat together. Oh yeah, alright. Sharing the seat. If it's not too much trouble, girl, do I wipe from front to back? It's kind of weird having a vagina and an empty ball sack. Would you mind? Do a dry bump around. Sharing the seat together. Oh, yeah.
It was worth the trip.
Oh, you can have them now. I'm out.
Yeah, go ahead. Grumpy.
He's a little bit easier to deal with when he's spotting. Yeah, give me a produced bumper.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Contenders come and go, but there's only one afternoon champ. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
George said what?
George said, I'm not getting involved.
Get involved with what?
He was talking to, Rob was talking to George about Thursday, what time to bring your mom by.
I told him 2 o'clock.
Thanksgiving. And he said, is Mark coming? Russ's brother. And George just went, I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting between them. Whatever. He can call his brother or he cannot.
What's he get in the middle of? I told my mom we're having Thanksgiving. You guys are invited.
I think your brother would like to hear from you personally.
If it's not good enough to come from my mom, then I don't care.
What would it hurt to call your brother?
I don't know if you guys have thought about this yet or not, but
what?
Milt and I don't know each other.
I'm quite aware. As you threw your girlfriend in a dumpster over the weekend.
I didn't throw in it. She went and got it.
You threw her in a dumpster.
She threw away the Sunday paper.
The dollar. Go buy a new one.
I don't got to buy nothing. I bought the first 2.
Right.
I want to know where it is.
Do you know your brother's phone number?
No.
You really don't?
Mm-mm. Yes, Rob?
Hey, I got those papers comped. You don't buy those.
Why don't you suck a Roy?
Thank you, Rob.
I don't understand why it's got to come from me.
Because he's your brother.
I told my mom. Isn't a blood relative okay enough to convey a message? Why does this have to turn into another soap opera?
I just think he'd like to hear from you.
He'll hear from me when I invited him to Thanksgiving.
Well, some people like to hear directly from the host that they're
Especially
invited.
his blood relative.
I'll see him when he comes over. If he doesn't come over, obviously there's another issue at hand, and I don't care.
When's the last time you talked to your brother?
I don't know.
A year?
Possibly.
2?
Maybe.
Okay. Was the last time we talked to him last time he was on the air here 3 years ago?
All right, then.
That's okay. Some people aren't close. Me and my sister in Colorado, we're not close. I mean, I like her. I have no problems with her. We're not close. Me and my other sister, one in Virginia, we talk 3 times a week.
All right. I don't understand what's to get in the middle of.
You don't have, George just said, I don't want to get in the middle of it. I don't know what all that means, but I'm just saying, would it hurt? Would it kill? Well, it would kill you because you don't have the phone number. Call your brother.
Why is it an invitation isn't kind enough? Well, why is it with me it always has to be this and then a little more?
A little personal contact wouldn't kill you.
I invited him to my home.
Through your mom.
Through my mom. Not some slut I met off the street.
Okay. Okay.
Am I alone on this one?
Yeah.
Are we back to the 4 out of 5 guys believe it's okay to blow yourself?
I'm not in on that one, but you should call your brother. Most people like to hear directly from the host.
So it's not enough to tell my mom?
No.
Are you guys jacking me just to be the comedic catalyst?
One of us is supposed to be a comedic catalyst.
Well, obviously, if you went, you're right, then the conversation ends, and we have no place else to go with it.
No, we actually feel this way. It seems odd that you would tell your mother to contact your brother to come to your house for your Thanksgiving.
My mother is staying with him. She turns, looks to the left, and says, Mark, want to go to Thanksgiving dinner?
So when you told her, did you tell her directly?
Through email.
Does your brother have email?
Actually, it was a mass email.
Yeah, I understand.
Do what?
Through Rob.
No, I said we're going back and forth about other stuff. And I said Thanksgiving, and I even gave her a lot of notice because in the past years, I'd invite her about a week before. Well, we already got plans. All right. I didn't know you were having Thanksgiving. I have Thanksgiving every every year that there's been one.
Your first year in your new house, you got your feelings hurt because...
I didn't get my feelings hurt.
Yes,
you don't come, you don't come.
Now, you got your feelings hurt that your brother didn't come, and your mom spent that year with Mark because they'd already made plans.
I don't think this is something else you guys realize. I don't care if they come or not. I just feel some type of familial obligation to invite them.
Okay.
If they don't come, then...
You don't care.
Boo. What, Trey?
And pick up the phone and invite him.
I don't know his number. And even if I did...
I bet Rob can find it real quick.
I don't need it. Dan, who's on the hotline?
That's Christina McClarty from UPN.
Oh. Yes?
Hey, Russ. How are you?
Fine. Where you been?
Well, just busy. I just moved, and it was I was decorating one of my rooms in my house. It made me think of that 70s room we have to do still.
Where'd you move?
Like a month ago, not even 3 weeks ago. I finally got everything just in, though, so.
You buy a house?
Yeah, I did, actually. Yeah. But I want to see what's the status on that room. You still want to decorate it?
Not really.
Oh, by the way, if you told your mom about Thanksgiving dinner, that's fine. I've done that before.
Okay.
To invite other people. I just want to let you know that.
Thank you. Why hang on a second. Why is it this one is just so odd?
I don't know. It just seems to me you do better to contact people in person.
But if it's family, it's like less of a. If it's friends,
yeah,
it's a formal
family.
Thing.
It's our
if it's
mom.
a family thing, it's informal. But if it's hosting a whole party and it's formal, then you have to directly contact them.
Okay, like this. Rob's mom is invited to Thanksgiving dinner.
And did you personally invite her?
Yes, because
she's not family.
Hang on. No, Rob didn't.
Oh, well.
I invited somebody directly.
If they're not family, you should do it. If they're family, then it's relaxed and you can just ask whoever.
I don't know why everything involved with me and anything always has to have some extra ounce of irritation.
Because it's the holidays and there's drama every holiday.
Ain't no drama with me. If you don't come, you don't come.
Okay, so back to the room. Can we still decorate? Because I have some ideas. So for a 70s room, right?
I think we're going to need more help redoing the studio. Why don't you come up here and help us with this?
What do you want to do? It's small. How are you going to redo the studio?
We knocked the wall out in between this studio and my office because the two are joined. So
what
actually,
do you want to do?
we more than doubled the size of the studio.
So, I mean, what do you want to do at the studio? Do you want to make it bigger for more space for you guys, or do you want to add room for guests to come into, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, it's almost like a waiting area, and then
a green room.
Sort of, but then set up a couch and maybe stuff for bands to play. Because we could put in pre-wired guitars, stuff like that back there. PAs.
Plus, that'd look cool. Anyways, I can do that. I'd like to do that.
Yeah, and I'm sick of standing in this room where the walls are. It's not even a pale blue. It's gone beyond that.
Plus, you're coming up to the New Year, so you should change.
Yeah. Well, I mean, over the holidays, the guys from G&A Construction can come in and finish this out.
And then, are you changing the offices up, or are you leaving those as they are?
Rob's redoing his, but he already has a motif.
It's all loft-like, correct?
Yeah.
Kind of urban setting?
It's very concrete-ish.
Do you want that?
No.
You want it warm and friendly?
Yes.
Okay. If I come up, can I help design?
Sure.
Okay. So you want to, do you want me to talk to Rob, or do you want me to email you about ideas, and then we'll go from there?
Let's send them to me.
Okay.
Or
Do you want me to send you pictures, too?
Sure.
Like of ideas out of magazines?
Yeah.
Who are you going to have do it?
Construction company.
Okay. I'll need to talk to them, too, right?
Okay.
Cool.
Who's that other chick from D? Is that little chick?
Stephanie, she's good. She's sick right now, so she's not feeling too well. She just, I don't know, she just has a cold that kept coming back, and she can't really get rid of it. So she's not feeling too well. But she's doing well.
She's still dating?
Is she still painting?
Dating.
Oh, yeah, she's still dating.
Same guy?
Same guy. They've been dating for like 4 years now.
All right.
So I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. I think that they're going to be together for a long time.
Okay. When you coming up?
How's your girlfriend?
She's all right.
How are your dogs?
They're fine.
When am I coming what?
Up.
To the studio?
Dan, if she calls back, just tell her to email me. Thank you. Hold on. Yes, Gavin?
Hey, Russ.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Grand Dragon.
Hello.
I get a question for you.
All right.
Is your brother younger or older?
Younger.
Did you laugh when he got his beatings?
No.
Were you getting them too?
Yeah, not at the same time.
Was his worse or
I'm sure it was the same. For some reason, he always got it first, so I had to stand in the other room and listen, knowing that I was next.
That's worse.
Yeah, and no, you're not laughing. It's like the other inmates laughing at the guy on the gurney. It's
but
not.
he never got it without you?
No, somehow it always worked out. We got it together.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
And I'm assuming this year your dad's not invited.
I haven't heard from him.
Okay. I just remember the year that you invited him and he called you, what would he call you?
A-hole.
A-hole.
He decided he wanted to turn Thanksgiving into an appearance.
He just had some people he'd already asked, and you...
No, he didn't ask. He already told.
Yeah.
We're going over to Russ's for Thanksgiving.
Come on.
Yeah, we go ride in the Batmobile and he gets some autographs signed, and he probably has some pictures. Meet me here at 12. Then he calls to confirm that he's coming.
That was Thanksgiving Day, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So I remember your phone call. You were put off.
I wasn't put off. It was just... So I'm bringing some people with me.
You were mad your dad called you an a-hole on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
You got every right to be.
All right, so we're with me on that
I'm
one.
with you on that one. Yeah.
He called and said, I'm bringing some people with me.
You should have.
I don't want you bringing anybody. I said, you can bring that lady that you're seeing, but I don't want an entourage. Well, why not? Because I don't want an entourage. You can bring that lady that you've been seeing, but not a group of people, because he had a group of people ready to go.
And somehow you found out they were also listeners.
Well, that's what he said. That's the way he kind of tried to sell me on it. Well, they're a bunch of fans. Oh, don't.
Even worse.
No, don't bring them to my house. Well, they're already on their way over here. Well, then you'll have to cut them off at the pass because they're not coming.
So this is probably the first time that you've ever stood up to your dad and just told him no?
Yeah, but it's on the phone.
So you weren't afraid of getting hit?
Yeah, you still squinch up. Because you just don't know. That could be the time that the phone company adds pound 69. And you get it right in the puss. And that's the way it ended. Well, fine, if you want to be an and then he hung up.
And have you spoken to him?
He called a couple of days later and apologized.
He apologized.
But because I don't want my house to turn into a full-blown listener appearance on Thanksgiving, why are you calling me an a-hole?
I don't think he understands, unless you're around it all the time.
It's not nothing to understand. I said, I want you to be here. It's Thanksgiving. If you can, I understand. Or if you still want to bring that lady, well, I can't come without him. Well, then I'm sorry.
You want to be an a-hole. Click. Pound 69.
Yeah.
Whoop your ass.
You've got to invite your dad to something. I want to meet him.
Oh, you haven't met my dad?
Yeah.
I think he's in Rockwall.
You have no idea what his phone number is.
Don't nobody stay in touch with me.
I don't have your home number, and I work with you.
You know where the house is.
I do know where the house is. If I had to find you, I could.
Okay.
Through Rob.
The only reason I have your home number is because I set it up for you.
Let's see. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I was just going to tell you, all families are crazy like that during the holidays. There's always...
My family, this is not something that my family kicks into and out of.
No, I understand that. My family's totally nutso also. I mean, I used to live in Florida, and anytime anybody would be having a fight or there'd be some problems, they would call me in Florida from here and have me call them as a third person to patch up their problems 1,000 miles away.
Nobody's ever done that with me.
No, go figure.
It's ridiculous.
I just, thanks, sweetie. Because the day that I invited my mom with the email, I get an email back that said, well, I don't know if Mark can't take me, I don't know if I can make it.
Okay.
Mark said he didn't get an invitation. I told you to ask him. Well, he said he didn't hear from you. Fine. It's 2 o'clock Thanksgiving Day.
He's mine.
Yeah. It's my mom.
And if she's living with him, I can sort of see your point.
But what?
It's going to kill you to pick up the phone and go, hey.
I invited him to my home.
I know, through somebody.
Sure, through my mother.
I know, but obviously there's some issue there.
Not with me.
Well, with him.
To me, I would think, hey, Mom, you staying with Mark. When George gets off you, why don't you ask Mark if he wants to come over for Thanksgiving?
Roll over.
Yeah. Or, you know what? Why don't you just have George bow up off of you? Hey, look at Mark and ask him if he wants to go to Thanksgiving. Tell him to put down the camcorder and ask him the question.
Stop it.
It's always some type of...
Well, the holidays always are because
but here's the thing: is I don't care,
I know,
and I don't know what George means. I don't want to get in the middle of it. Get in the middle of what? Thanksgiving? An invitation?
Well, between you and your brother.
I asked him to come to my home.
Not personally. I think he wants you to pick up the phone and speak to your blood brother personally.
I'm sure, being that he hasn't talked to you in quite a while,
Mm-hmm.
he'd like to know that he's invited, and you make just a little bit of effort necessary to pick up the phone and call.
You want to know the last time I heard from him?
Mm-hmm.
Is when he wanted me to put a banner on the front of my website for his auto electronics shop.
That was over 3 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. I put that on myself, then I took it off to stick the Spittleville stuff up, and that's when we're not getting any traffic to the website. You put it back up. That's when I heard from him.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything.
I'm sorry that y'all are closer. I wish you were. You don't apparently care.
Yeah.
Well, you're like me and my younger sister. I love her. We don't connect all the time.
Did you guys kind of drift apart after you banged her?
Never banged my sister, ever.
I never get this story right.
Yes, I know you don't get it right. It was a. Never mind. It wasn't my blood sisters.
Oh, all right.
Somebody my father was dating's daughter.
Got it. All right. Why is this an issue on the phones now?
Everybody has these issues at Thanksgiving and Christmas. It gets worse at Christmas.
Not for me.
No, not for you.
Yes, Casey.
Russ, I just want you to know I love you dearly, but I think if your brother had told your mom to invite you to Thanksgiving at his house and didn't call you directly, you would be feeling the same way he is.
I don't care. I would think that if somebody says, I would think if somebody says, hey, I think enough of you to have you to my home for Thanksgiving, I'm going to cook it, I'm going to do everything, that would be enough. I didn't know there's got to be that last little effort to make sure that you get the email personally.
Obviously, it's a big deal with him. I mean, clearly. Or he wouldn't be going, I'm not coming unless I get an invite.
You may feel like your only reason you're inviting him is because...
Are you guys jacking me around?
Absolutely not. This is...
I'd rather go back and talk about blowing yourself.
Okay.
How does your brother feel about doing that?
No, I don't think he cares either way.
No, but I was actually about to throw out the same thing.
He has illegal aliens that work for him. They'll do it. What?
Okay.
There you go. I was going to throw out basically what Trey just said. Maybe it's one of those things where, since you didn't invite him personally, that he's thinking, well, the only reason, Mom said anything to me is because, Russ feels obligated to invite his brother. But obviously, if he really wanted me to be there, he would have asked me personally.
I don't feel obligated to invite anybody. All of you guys dismount. Get off me.
But your actions are showing that it's as if you feel obligated to invite
I don't feel obligated. I just thought it would be nice if he was there. If he's not and he has other plans, well then, I certainly understand, and I'll find some way to fill the void.
Then why is it you can't call him and tell him that exactly?
I don't know what we'll do. Possibly pin the tail on the donkey to fill that void.
Perhaps JD can come over and we can play Kick the...
I'll have to bring one of your neighbors.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm not trying.
I first of all, I can't believe I'm letting any airtime be wasted on this because this sounds like something you'd hear on a AC morning show, like a KVIL thing.
Gene and Julie.
Yeah. Well, what do I do? My brother doesn't want to come over because I haven't asked him directly.
Well, maybe, again, because obviously, that doesn't make any sense either, because something about, I can't make it if Mark doesn't drive
She
me
was
over.
going to bring him.
Okay. But I can't make it if Mark.
She was going to. No, he was going to drive her. Well, she doesn't like driving that big distance. Remember, she's the one that doesn't like to get on the tollway because she thinks one of the coloreds in the booth can grab her.
But Limo George can drive her then.
Well, the George is coming. I invited George.
Then that solves that problem. It'll be a happy time for all.
In fact, if Mark wanted to, he could. I think George is going to pick my mom up in the limo, so they could all ride over and then ride back home. Be a nice little drive.
Be great.
But they don't want it because I haven't invited them. Obviously, the act itself of inviting and doing all the cooking, that's not enough. You got to go that extra little inch before everybody's happy. And the thing is, I don't care.
But he goes.
I've learned in my life to just do without people.
What are you doing? Oh. Missed the small bottle one right for the big one.
Yeah, I ain't no time for small bottles.
Like looking up going, there's that little one right there. Oh, he grabbed the jumbo.
Chloe?
No.
Trey?
I'll wait a little bit.
Four.
Just don't want to get loopy.
Oh. I don't care. We need a break? Yes. Right now or soon?
Very soon.
Okay. Line 4? Is it anyone I know?
No, it's no one you know.
Yes, Ed.
Yeah, this whole deal with the family invitations coming through a family member. My old man does this to me, and it's a lack of respect, and it's like he can't take the effort to call me himself. So what's the point in even doing it?
I gotta say, so you're against me on this too?
Yeah, if you want to look at it that way, I am.
How long would it take to pick the phone up and call him? A minute? 60 seconds? 90? Maybe?
I don't care.
Okay, well, you've made that clear.
Now, as I wrap up this fabulous, compelling radio bit,
Not a bit.
if I told Rob to do it, said, hey, Rob, go invite a bunch of people for Thanksgiving. Yeah, my brother should have an issue, especially since we don't talk that much. But I told my mother, both he and I came out of the same clan. I told my mother to ask him since she's staying there. That's family.
Okay.
With family, it's okay. You could tell one family member, and it's okay if they tell other family members because it's part of the same family.
But you just don't know how she conveyed it. Maybe she went, oh, by the way, yeah, she said you can come too. To me, I don't feel welcome if somebody goes, oh, by the way, you can come too.
Yeah, that sounds like something my mom would do.
I don't know what she said. I need you to drive me over there. You know, that kind of thing. Like, I'm in the taxi, but you can stay if you want to. I don't know. You just don't know how it was conveyed, unless you're the one that made the call. Don't come across this. I can see in your eyes.
I want to let this go.
Okay.
I don't want to keep talking about this on the air.
Okay.
Because it has no entertainment value. But I can't turn loose of this. I'm waiting for it. I don't understand why nobody can understand. If you tell your mom, it's good. That's enough. She's like the hub. If you tell her, it's okay.
Obviously, it's not.
With him.
Well, with him. But that's not my issue.
Not your issue.
Because I'm not the one that's going to miss Thanksgiving. I'll still have it. There'll just be this void that will loom.
I forget now. The year they had Thanksgiving over at Mark's house and your mother stayed there, you had Thanksgiving at your house too?
I think so.
Okay. I just wondered
why
you didn't join them.
I've gone over there. That might have been Christmas. I don't know. It's not like I haven't been over there.
Okay. I just didn't know.
And he's been to my house.
Why you didn't join them that year? Because
I always cook. I've always cooked.
Yeah, that was the year I think Dan Lewis came over with his kids, and I was there too.
Yeah, and he brought his grandfather, whomever, the one with the colostomy bag.
That's good.
Bags full. Taters.
I remember that.
It's nothing like having a Thanksgiving dinner with your entire family, a roaring fireplace, and a colostomy bag that's seeping.
And your house was like brand new too.
Yeah.
Your first year in it.
I almost couldn't even eat just knowing that it's at the table.
I know. You had to sit him there on the end too, near the kitchen, or if you wanted to go in and get something from the kitchen, you had to come back and see it.
Right, and as you walk back by, you know that little bulge over in this area. I forget which side it was. You know what that is.
Yeah.
Not it's his wallet or something bulging. It's his grunt bag. His grunt bag that's really not more than 18 inches from the turkey.
Yeah, you were sitting on the same end of it.
Yeah. I thought at one point, why don't we just go all eat in the bathroom? We'll fill one of the pots up with some grunt, and we'll eat in there.
That was so funny. And those little kid wheels running around in circles, grandpa's full of crap. It was quite a circus.
Yeah, and you know that there's obviously an issue with crap when your reservoir tank is full.
Bag's full.
Yeah.
Taters.
You ate more taters.
He's not making any of this up.
You break now?
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. The number one afternoon show is found right here. The Russ Martin. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
Where's melanoma?
I don't know.
Didn't he do that last week, too?
Yeah.
That's a spin of the wheel. Spin the wheel. I don't even go over to the mic like you made it on time. Spin the wheel. No, on time is before the mics go on. Class has started. Spin the wheel.
Turn the mics on purpose.
I turned the mics on because the break was over. Spin the wheel. And remember, any one of the white ones is licking the defile sisters.
there he did that. O'Malley was late, too.
A little narc. There it comes. Come on. Yeah. Hey, you stopped it. What did you stop it on?
Crap.
What did you stop it on, Chloe?
I licked one of the sisters.
Chloe.
An office and ash chewing.
Off-air ass chewing by Russ.
Ew.
And he changed it to the Vile Sisters.
Yeah.
What was the blue one? I can't see it.
Things. No, shut off your head.
Something shot off your head?
Items shot off your head.
Let me shoot something off your head.
No.
I'm a good shot.
With what?
Yeah, he did it to me.
Yeah, the BB gun. You gonna let me shoot something off your head?
What are you gonna shoot?
Look at the black bitch.
Is that a tree?
Oh,
Mally was late too.
Mally, were you late getting in there?
Yeah, I was. You can shoot some off my head if you want.
See? Man owns up to it.
I said I was late.
No, you didn't. You came in and said you tricked me.
You did. You turned the mic on.
Where were you?
I was out back talking to O'Malley about you.
What about me?
I was just telling about how people make such a big deal about. I'm beginning to go with you on this on the Thanksgiving thing. People make a big deal about Thanksgiving. It's just another day. I remember the New Year. I was retelling the story about the New Year's Eve that we did the TV show for Fox 4, and we went over to that party in Arlington.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I spent New Year's Eve literally at 12 o'clock. I was on the pot talking to one of my kids on the phone. It was like no big deal. It's just another day. It's just, people make such a big deal about Christmas, the day. Like this year, Joyce doesn't have her kid Christmas Day. She has them the very next day.
All right.
It's just a day. It's not.
Is she wigging about it?
Yeah.
Wigging out about Christmas Day?
Christmas morning, it's just the way the papers go when you have kids. You get them every other year.
Well, but I think at that age, yeah, it's more important. Maybe as you get older.
The kid doesn't know. The 26th from the 25th. Really.
Well,
it's for parents.
To him, maybe it's a bonus.
It is. He gets,
Christmas ran 48 hours this year.
You get 2 Christmases. You get one with Daddy, you get one with Mommy.
Trey and I were talking about it during the break when you weren't in here. And he's still going off. Well, if you guys were close, then...
But they're not, so let it go. I'm coming your way, Russ, really, in this case.
It would take such little effort.
The only reason I'm still talking about it is the absurdity of the entire thing. It's not enough to cook for several people. It's not enough to go shopping. It's not enough to clean up the house. It's not enough to make the invitation through your mother to your next closest blood relative. That's not enough. You got to go that extra step. I'm tired of walking.
Well, I'm sure he's thinking you're going to be doing that regardless, as you have pointed out. You're going to do all that regardless whether he comes or not. So it would mean something to him to put that little personal touch on it and just pick up the phone.
The personal touch is letting these people know where I live.
How gracious.
Very gracious of you.
Now you said you don't care. Now, you wouldn't care if he didn't show up, right?
No.
So why even bother to invite him? It's like you're sort of in between. It's like if you really didn't care, then why even bother to do the invitation at all?
I thought I was being magnanimous. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you're giving him the...
He's my brother. I invited him over for Thanksgiving. It seemed like something that people that are related to each other would do.
Even though you don't care.
I haven't checked the manual.
The year that he had Thanksgiving and you didn't go over there, did he invite you personally?
No.
Okay, well, fair enough, and that's how y'all communicate. That's fine, then.
No, in fact, I didn't think about that. No.
He invited you through the...
I don't even think I got invited. She just said, we're doing we're doing Thanksgiving over here. Why don't you come over here? That's the way it went. So how come it's different from me?
It's not.
No.
You're right.
Okay, we're with me now?
I'll spot you on that one.
Well, exactly. If that's the way that the two of you have your communication highway set up, then more power to you.
I don't understand why having your mom as the hub isn't enough. This is absurd. This is craddock talk.
No, it's not. People have all kinds of issues with holidays, and it's just...
I don't. I couldn't care less.
Well, you do care, because if you didn't care, you wouldn't do anything, and you wouldn't care if anybody showed up. But you want people to be there. You don't want to be you and Abby and the turkey.
Well, Amy will be there.
I know. But I'm just saying, you do care, or you wouldn't invite anybody.
I think it's a Wellbutrin.
You always do.
Nah, I think it's a Wellbutrin. I got to get off this.
Please don't.
Ooh. I got too many things going on, and if telling somebody in the family to invite somebody else isn't enough, then I am out.
Well, he won't come. That'll be all right. You will fill the void some other way.
Mm-hmm. Are those both chicks? Seems like only chicks are calling about this.
No, one of them's a guy.
I'll decide. Hi, DJ.
Yeah, hi.
I win. Angela.
Yes.
Yes?
Russ, I agree with you totally.
I give up. Which one was the guy?
All right, sure. You got him backwards.
Are you jacking me? Yeah. What did they want?
DJ, he was basically going to say, don't worry about the family at all. Like we were saying, it's if you don't care, then don't worry about inviting anybody. Angela was going to say, she's with you. It's no big deal. You told your mom she lives with your brother. That should be plenty.
That's what I said.
Yeah. I didn't realize, going back to the year that everybody had Thanksgiving with your brothers, now I see if that's how he invited you, then that's fine. fine.
No, I don't think I've ever gotten a call directly.
Okay, well then that's how you guys.
Fair then.
I'm back on your team. I'm back on your side.
I'm on your side on this one.
Chloe's?
Yes, on your side.
Chloe do anything that makes the room stop spinning. Look at his eyes.
Are you still hungover?
Well, it's not really hungover, just spinning. You know what I mean? It's not like if I had a drink of alcohol, I'd be like, oh my God, it's just the fact that I'm so edgy. And
do you want a nurse on a beer? Would that make you feel better?
Actually, to be honest, going against Venegas's thing, if you're doing what it sounds like to me is what I used to do with withdrawals. It's a real edgy, anxious, and you shake. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To be honest, yes, alcohol will help. Will stay.
Well, I'm not saying go on a binge,
loud.
but there's some Corona Lights over here in the cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like one of those? Plus, it's kind of carbonated.
Mm-hmm.
It'll calm your belly.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I was thinking about that earlier too.
Would you like?
I think that would be.
Just thinking about that earlier.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, but somebody get Chloe. Yeah, they're in the bottom of it. What are you going to do Thursday, Chloe?
I don't know yet, because if I depends on what's up with my
Oh, that's a Michelob Ultra.
That's fine.
Is it?
That's
All right.
fine. I don't know yet.
Well, I got extra room at the house. I had a couple of cancellations. If you'd like to come,
Okay. Oh, I'd love to come.
I'd love to have you.
Okay.
Am I looking at you enough?
Yes.
All right.
I got it.
Do I need to invite anyone else that I haven't invited? John's out of town.
I'm out of town.
Trey, I've already invited you.
Mm-hmm.
But you're doing something where?
I'm having lunch with my dad and stepmom. I'll probably stop by.
Okay. Dan, what about you?
I'm solid, thank you, though.
What are you going to do?
In-laws Wednesday night, and then my family Thursday.
All right. All day?
Some of it.
Okay.
What time is your thing?
About 2. Okay. Probably most people are doing it about then.
Yeah, I think ours is around then, too.
Then we'll go upstairs and we'll watch the game.
What time Cowboys play?
3.
Perfect.
See? Everything will be fine.
Sounds great.
Be a very relaxing Thursday.
Yes, it will be.
Sorry, my family decides so.
Your family's coming, except for your brother.
My dad.
You didn't invite him.
I don't know where he is. The number that the number that I have is bad.
Does your brother have it, or does your mom have it?
I don't know. They're not married anymore.
I know that, but sometimes people do keep in touch. I'm not married to my ex-wife either, but I know where she lives.
I don't know how often they talk.
Do you know what city he lives in?
I think it's Rockwall, but I'm not sure.
Do we know his full name?
What do you consider full name?
Just initials and a last. I bet Rob could find his number.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. Let's see if we can find him. Get him on.
Why is everybody concerned about me and Thanksgiving and my family?
I just think it'd be interesting to talk to your dad. I just haven't heard from him in a long time. I'd like to get his take on all the stuff that's going on in the world.
I don't want to talk to him about that. That's another reason that it's.
Has he been to the new house yet? I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
Okay. Just wondered. I know he'd been to the old house and wanted to put up banana trees, but go ahead.
What?
Oh, yeah. He
wanted to put up banana trees.
Yeah, the whole landscape thing going.
Yeah. And it's always the first thing he was to do is stick up banana trees. I went, I understand, but this is Plano. You want to do news?
Yep.
That's a good one.
Thank you. But with everything else going on, even more so now, I'm sure he thinks we are feet away from the end of the world.
Well, that's why I like to get him on, at least on the phone.
It's all you're going to hear is, it's coming, we're close, and you better get your affairs in order.
Tell him they're in order. I've got them in order. Thank you, old man.
Well, then he's going to ask me about Jesus.
Tell him you're on a personal level with him. Why?
Still laughing about the banana tree.
Yeah. So, does he even know you moved? Or you haven't talked to him since then, have you?
I'm sure somebody told him. It's probably in the paper.
Yeah.
It's been on the freaking internet.
That's true.
Do you know about that one?
Well, I know that one of our salespeople took a picture.
No, Drew, the guy that works on my computers, the one that don't go home, I don't know how he does this, but he found a website with some postings on it and threads, like some message board on some website. Got nothing to do with the show or anything else, but they were talking about us. Hey, Russ Martin's got a couple of Batmobiles. If you want to see them, here's his address.
Jesus.
Somehow Drew found it, contacted the webmaster, and said, this is probably something you want to pull off. And then Rob found, 2 guys posted it. Different postings.
Okay.
Rob, I don't know how Rob found them. Rob, how did you find these guys?
It was actually information that Drew had forwarded about their posting, and just looked up their websites, and they put their numbers on it, so it was pretty easy.
And you've already talked to both of them, right? And neither one of them's fessing up to it.
Well, they don't know anything about anything, so I'm getting the actual thread, and then we can call them back and read it off to them, just to jog their memory.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So obviously, if they think it's cool, no big deal. Sticking somebody's address on the internet and where, some expensive cars are stored. I guess you don't mind if your address slips out of my mouth.
Apparently not.
Stick it on my website in case somebody would like to come by and visit you.
Public knowledge.
Yeah. It's on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Rob calls both of them, and I was in there for the last phone call when he talked to the second one.
I don't know nothing about nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not even on there.
I got no clue. What is it exactly that I posted? And I know Drew. Drew is just screwy enough to save the thread or do a screen capture so everything's already stored there. And if that's the case, if I see it and it's without a doubt it was those guys, everything's going on my website.
Why wouldn't it?
Got no reason not to. And then you can deal with the people that want to stop by and see your cars.
Your house.
I'm going to tell them I stored the Batmobiles at your house. How about that, jackass?
Open house. Tuesday nights about 2 a.m.
Yeah. Doors unlocked.
Yeah. Flames on.
Yeah. Jiggle the knob. We don't have time for news? Nope. Did we just come out of the break?
No.
We did not talk about me and my jackass family for a half hour.
5:12.
Thanks. 17 minutes. Yes, Penny?
Hi, Russ.
Yes.
I don't have anywhere to go for Thanksgiving. Can my husband...
Very sad. Who's on the hotline?
L.A. Lamont.
I told Rob to go hunt her down. So, let me ask her something first. Hi, sweetie.
Hi.
Where are you?
At my home. Hanging out. You want to know my new kid? Wait, hold on. Poppy! What's the matter? You hungry? You hungry? You want some num-num?
She could have had a kid and he's retarded.
My notes are my bird thinks he has identity problems. He thinks he's a dog.
Is it it's a bird?
Yeah.
What kind of bird is it?
An African gray Congo. He's like the smartest bird. His mental capacity comes up to an age 3.
What?
His mental capacity, like everything, when he's fully grown, he's like 3 years old.
Okay.
He's not like the regular macaws and stuff like that. They're repeaters. This bird here is not a repeater. It's the smartest bird, and it's on the endangered species. So.
How long do they live?
I think 30 years. I was kind of hoping that. Because I don't want to have to pass him down, Mika, I brought Mika to the doctor today, and they said she was a senior. I was like, God, I've been on the road a long time.
How old is she?
She's 9.
Oh, yeah.
Since the first day that she was born, she went right on the road. She was in every hotel with me. She went to the bathroom on the wee-wee pads. I've only been caught in 9 years of having her. Only got caught 2 times on the road in hotels. Because she's completely hotel trained.
It's very impressive.
Yeah. Now I have a bird, an African gray, that barks like her.
What happened with you and wanting to get pregnant?
I was still working on that.
Are you still trying to go?
I was at Barnes & Noble, and I bought 2 adoption books.
What are you doing about a sperm donor?
I don't think that I'm going to do that. I actually bought adoption books, but then I found out it's really expensive to adopt.
What does it cost?
It's like $20,000. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I'm like, because I'm thinking, I used to work in homeless shelters as a child case advocate for years, and I'm thinking to myself, there's so many children out there that need somebody. I'm like, I was going to go to like, not China. I wanted China, but I was thinking like Korea. And I was Korea was my second choice. I was going to.
Minute and a half. I'm busy already.
Like a week, and I was going to bounce around to a bunch of them, and just see if I connected with one certain child. And then I was going to see if I can get legal options to bring her over here and just adopt her. So I found out that it's very expensive, and they wouldn't let me do that unless I paid all the fees for adoption. And I'm like, that's stupid. I guess they run it like People Mill, and it's so wrong, And then you get all these little kids out there working on the news today. Did you watch CNN? There's so much news today, they couldn't even fit it all in one broadcast. What?
So you're not going to get pregnant?
Oh, you just want me to get pregnant?
That was the last thing. You said you were going to go find some guy in New York at some kind of dating service. He wanted to have a kid. He'd give you...
I was thinking of that. Yeah, it's still in the back of my mind. Of course it is.
Why would you want to have a baby with somebody that you're never going to see again? On purpose?
Because I don't know. Because I want a baby. Now, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I think that I'm old enough to know and young enough to be. And I want a child, and I'm sick of waiting around for that guy. I'm never going to find Mr. Right. I already come to terms with that. And I'm not even looking for someone perfect. And I am a good catch. I know that I am. I have my house. I have my car. I'm comfortable. I have beautiful furniture. I provided for myself everything that I've gotten. I worked really hard for, but I had to give up having a family, and that sucked.
I thought Russ was the one.
I said he was the one, but he was too scared to commit.
I wasn't ready to commit. And you know what? I think you lied to me about some stuff.
No,
hang on. What?
You always blurt me out when I'm talking about something. So the viewers, I know the people that are listening only hear the certain other things that you have to say.
I don't understand. What is it that I'm leaving out?
What is it that you're leaving me out?
I don't know. You said they're not getting the whole story.
What, do you miss me something?
I'll tell you why I called. When was the last time you said you shot an adult film?
Oh God, 2 years ago, more than 2 years. Yeah.
Somebody made me a copy of one, dropped it off yesterday, and it looked pretty new.
No, look at the date. Some of them in the back, what they do is they take scenes out of other movies that I've already done, and then they remake another movie. Like, say I did a movie 2 years ago. So now what they do is they have a full rights to all those scenes. So they take a movie and they take the scenes out of the movie, then they put them in things called gonzos. It's a movie with wall-to-wall, like, just sex. Like, one sex scene, another one, another one, another one. So it's those called gonzos. A feature is when you have dialogue and stuff, and it's kind of like a stupid story.
Yeah, this one didn't have any dialogue, but it still looked relatively new.
Yeah, if you looked at the date in the back, even if it does say and it's new and it says that it's new, it probably is. But what they do is they try and get as much residuals as they possibly can in this movie thing. You give up all of you. The only money that you make is by you going on the road, and you have to buy the movies to sell them, and then you sell your posters and stuff. And I'll tell you, it's good, but it's not that good because we got to pay the DJ $10 a show. We got to pay our agents 12%. We got to pay the guy that's helping us out. If it's a roadie, it's very expensive. If it's an in-house guy, then that's at least $100, $150 a night. So put in all the costs. Oh, and extra luggage, you pay for that. And the club provides you with your hotel and your pay. So your pay slowly disintegrates.
I asked her about the new DVD.
No.
See, is it like her, the whole thing?
No. The bunch of chicks. This was her scene. All right. It starts out, she's wearing some Carmen Miranda outfit.
Okay.
And then they have sex, and then she gets her jugs covered.
Who, big guy?
No, it wasn't the monster guy.
Okay.
Now, we in?
Yes.
I actually, the other day, here's another news story that'll probably make you fall over.
Okay.
I went to the Nashville police station today.
Mm-hmm.
No, yesterday, I'm sorry. No, I didn't turn myself in or anything or go to pick anybody up. And I wasn't delivered there.
All right.
I went to the Nashville police station the other day to see, I want to be an animal control officer.
All right, hold on.
All right.
All right. That's got to be one of the biggest leaps I've heard somebody make from doing porns to doing animal control.
Yes.
What does that pay?
The chief of police in Carrick in Manhattan.
Uh-huh.
I had met him at Chanel store like a couple of months ago, and I was talking to him for a while and his son. And he was watching me for a while. I was having my sunglasses fixed, and he was picking something up for his wife. He was very nice.
Okay.
So he told me what he did and stuff, and I told him what I do. So,
what did you tell him? What did you tell him that you do?
I told him that I was in the adult administration.
Oh, okay. Well, that's hard to hide. A, with the way you're built, and B, with the way you dress.
I know. Unless I dyed my hair and cut it, and then made my boobs go down a little more. But he told me, because I used to go out with a federal agent, and he told me, he came back to me, gave me a card, and he told me if there wasn't a position available in Manhattan, that he would make one available for me. And I was like, wow. I'm like, I can't believe, karma comes around, baby. It really does. I mean, after you help so many people out, and you haven't...
Did she say she got a comma?
Karma.
Nothing happened. I was like, wow. So up here...
She's got no punctuation at all.
Now, what is it, Trey?
Bernie Carrick isn't even with NYPD anymore.
Doesn't make any difference. He's going to create a position.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Doggy.
and I still support them with all the lions and the tigers and everything up in Columbus.
Oh, my. Okay. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. Stop it.
I'm not doing anything. I'm listening to the story about you and the lions and the tigers.
Yeah, the lions, tigers, the panthers, the cougars. Well, it's a nonprofit shelter out there, and I raise a lot of money, and I go up to that shelter a lot. And I play with the tigers, the baby tigers, and the lions. I was with 2 lions, and I went back, and the lion told me it's only been 8 months. These guys are huge. I'm like, I can't believe it. She's got like 20 tigers.
They're lions. They're supposed to get huge. You can tell by their paws when they're pups.
Lions and
calves or kittens, whatever they were. Lions when they're
got a couple of panthers. I mean, they're
cubs.
This place is
Yeah.
like a wild
That's not right, is
cat
it?
zoo.
Yeah, lion cub.
And she goes and she rescues these people. I mean,
The only thing that makes this tolerable is what kind of body's on the other end of this voice.
Coming out of it, yeah.
And she's like a small little built blonde girl, and she owns this whole thing. Her whole life is about this, and I admire her. I can't believe it. I don't know. Maybe I needed a year off, Sweet Pea. It's wicked different. It's awesome.
So you're not going to get pregnant.
I can't really afford to get pregnant right now. I have to pay more taxes. I have to pay my penalties.
Well, if you're paying more
And I have
taxes,
to pay
wouldn't
my
you'd be making more cash, right?
No, I only have to pay taxes for last year. I pay taxes every single year, babe. I pay everybody's taxes.
What do you mean everybody's?
The money that I pay out probably goes to all of America. Everyone gets $1 with the money that I spend.
Oh.
Thank God I'm not like a famous football player, because I really hate paying taxes.
Who are you dating now?
Nobody.
What happened to your billionaire?
I'm trying to keep it like that.
Why?
Which one?
I don't know how many billionaires you banging. I thought you were coming down here for the holidays or something.
I already asked you a million times. I was supposed to come down on 4th of July. I was supposed to come down on Memorial Day. You never called me. I called you, left you messages as usual. So you don't call me, so screw it. I'm like, whatever.
All right.
You have all these parties at your house. You go out, you do things now. You don't even invite me. I was just good for the go. I was good for the ride. I feel like a freaking Hawaiian wave.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second.
Hi, guys.
Hello. Hey, Eli. What are you doing What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I am going to my sister-in-law's house. I just had my kids, my niece and nephews for the whole weekend, so I'm really tired today. Because I am. After 3 days of having them, oh my God. I did so many things.
So you're not on the road anymore?
I haven't been on the road in a year's meeting. I haven't talked to any of my agents.
Well, all right, if you're not shooting porns and you're not on the road, what are you doing for cash?
I used up my savings, which is the problem that I have now, because I bought new windows in my house.
Oh.
I got a loan on my house.
Are you still doing that dating thing with where they?
Nope, I haven't done anything. I haven't done nothing.
Fantasy dates.
Yeah, the fantasy date.
I gained 10 pounds.
You what?
I gained 10 pounds. I just joined the gym last week. I've been going to the gym every day, and I've been eating really right.
Yeah.
So.
How many of those fantasy dates did you do?
You know what? How much money do you make a year?
You want to know?
What do you do at night that makes you feel better before you go to sleep?
I don't know what she's talking about. How many did you do?
Exactly, that's my point.
What?
Gotcha.
Hold on a second. All right, who knows?
No.
Huh? Maybe she doesn't want to say.
She doesn't want to say.
Oh.
That's why she
who cares? I mean, if it's 5 or 50, it make any difference to me. I was just curious how long she did it and how many she went out on.
That's why she asked you, well, how much money you make.
I'll tell her off the air.
No, you won't.
Hello.
Was it 100?
For what? A whole yearly income?
No.
Everything?
I didn't say how much did you make. How many fantasy dates
did I made from there?
I did not. You're not listening. I didn't say how much did you make. You're not listening.
Oh, that's where I pay all my debts.
You're not. You're not listening. I didn't say how much did you make. I said how many did you go on?
Oh, Jesus, I don't know. I document everything that I do in my book. Everywhere I go, everything that I do, all the money that I pay out for my taxes. You know, I had my mother doing it all for a while because it was getting really technical on my part to get out there and work, never be home, come home, do all my finances, my house, meet as many people as I have to concerning my life and opening up my business and everything. It was getting overwhelming, baby. So I need help. So my lawyer, he's like my best friend and my tax attorney. He's like my second best friend too, so we like to call him.
It's an afternoon fraternity with a lot of hazing. The Russ Martin